What's up, cereal bowls? It's your favorite crazy cereal, InsaneAppleJackz, here once again with the Atomic Game Squad. How are you all doing? Because I'm doing super duper chill. It's great to be back here once again, and today, well, yeah, we're back in front of the camera. So we're gonna be doing No Apple. You've already gotten us with this twice, and both times has been Pokemon openings. You can't keep doing this to us. Well, lovely viewer. Gotcha. So what did I do? Today I'm here doing a video, and it's still an unboxing of sorts, but today it's going to be an unboxing of my new capture card, the Game Capture HD Elgato. And I know there's a newer version with the H60, which I have used, and yeah, I'll explain to you why as we get into this. So the Elgato capture card is what I set up here and use to capture gameplay. Well, it's what I'm gonna start permanently using for now, until I sit up here and be like, that's a good capture card right there. To the next capture card that comes up and be like, hey, Apple. So with the Elgato capture card, I'll be capturing footage again instead of just sitting up here doing it from my PS4, because I miss having a capture card. As you guys probably remember, if you're an old school fan, a while back, like my first video a while back, I sat up here and I did an unboxing of my capture card, officially declaring this a gaming channel, talking about capture card, and it kind of just wasn't doing stuff for me at the time, or as I was trying to advance with streaming and stuff. So with it not being able to do some of the stuff that I needed to do, and my school having one of these that I kept checking out, and I started getting used to the Elgato interface and working with some of the stuff that I could do with the different features in OBS while using this, I was like, yeah, we gonna end up buying this. So, okay guys, we're back. Sorry, I had to do a quick cut to take off the plastic. Past Apple. So future Apple, this is to you. Set up here and start tearing off the little tag that they had on it, because they had it a little hanger piece, so you can put it on one of those wall hangers. So that started to make a lot of noise, and I didn't notice that. So yeah, but back to the Elgato itself. Now, this is the older edition, and like I was saying earlier, you're like, why didn't you go with the H60? The H60 gets you 60 frames per second. Well, this one does limit me to only 30 frames per second. I do prefer having the older one because it does have an adapter for components and a PS3 adapter. So if I ever want to record something older, such as PS3 gameplay, and want to go through that, or maybe even older than that, anything that uses AV cords and I can actively get my component converter to work with it, then I'm golden. I don't have to sit up here and go look for something new. But enough about my reasoning. The technical specifications of this item are a interface USB 2.0. This input shall work with a PS4, a Xbox One, and a Xbox 360. The HDMI will not work with the PS3, and the reasoning for this is because there's a HDMI protector on the PS3, so you have to do something crazy like a splitter or something else like that. So the other reason that I got this one specifically is because it comes with a cord that automatically does that, where you just plug it into one end of the capture card, and then you plug the converter into the back of your PS3, and it instantly does it. And then you have support for resolutions up to 1080p, and it simulates 60 frames per second through pass-through, but in actuality it only records 30 frames per second. So while it simulates the 60 frames per second and you can simulate and see that, you're not getting that 60 frames. No, let me stop. But along with it doing 1080, it also does 720, just in case 1080 is too high for your eyes, and you're like, and a bunch of other crazy formats that you might want to sit up here and do for various reasons. Your As far as the weight for this, it's 142 grams, so light enough to carry around. And just in case you're wanting to get into YouTube, it's really small, or streaming, or whatever else you want to do. So this is something that you can take around, capture videos with your friends, and all this other goodness. Now, what else is here? Well, if you want to sit up here and use this, you might need to know the system specs that you want to use. So the system requirements, you can use a Mac or a PC, and you need at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the OS because basically you're covered if you're up to date with 7 at the earliest, and then 8 through 10 you're good for Windows, and on Mac if you're 10.9 and above. And then you just need a processor that can run at 2.0 gigahertz. Now, let's see. What else? What else can we tell you guys about this? Other than the fact that you're going to need cords for this, but it comes with the cords, according to the box. So let's get into that. Beautiful packaging here. So this is just the outer sleeve, and the outer sleeve protects the box, which is similar to the logo on the website and all this other goodness. It's a foldable box, and yeah. So you're probably thinking, now Apple, where do I get the software for this Elgato thing? Well, the thing about this service, so with my last capture card, what ended up happening, I couldn't use it anymore because the disk for the software broke, and you can't get the software anywhere else without buying another one, and that's another $100-something. I didn't want to run into that situation, still be limited in all this other junk, so I got this because you can sit up here and download the software directly from the Elgato website. And as I was saying earlier, as you can now see, it's a very small form factor. It's smaller than my hand. That's not saying much, but I don't know. I'm trying to give you a good idea of the length of this capture card. There we go. That big. So it's about the typical size of an ordinary external hard drive that you're probably carrying around with you already if you're a content creator. It comes really well sealed in this plasticky thingy. It's a super gloss finish, just in case, and it's already branded with their stuff, but stickers. But who cares? So for your input, you have the AV converter that I was talking about, that you would sit up here and plug your component cords or the specialized PS3 cord into, and basically there's a converter for the component cord that matches this. Then you have your HDMI for anything that can use HDMI and doesn't have a HDMI blocker. So pretty simple setup with this. On the other side you have your power cord, which is just a USB. It's a specialized USB about the same size as your PS3 USB, and you just plug it in, it's powered, and this is your output one. So you plug this one into your TV. So output to your TV, input to your console. Now back into the box, where we're going to show you is the lovely cords that you get real quick and briefly. And I'm trying to keep this box decent because the one that they loan out at my school, it's in terrible shape, and I'm surprised because the cardboard for this is really quality. It's a pretty quality box. By that I mean it feels like super sturdy. So since you want to fall out, we're gonna go through this first. So this is basically the component cord converter, and it's a very basic setup. You know, components. If you know your component colors, then you'll have this working properly in no time. My only question for this is with old school 3-cord AV cords, exactly where would I plug? But I guess that's something I'll figure out in the future, because I've never actually had the opportunity to figure that one out. I just seen other people do it. This is our PS3 cord, and ooh snaps. Let's get into that. Our PS3 cord. So the way that it works, this is the end that goes into the Elgato once again, and this is the end that goes into our PS3. It's capped off, so if you don't need this right away, you have a little cap, but it goes right into the component area. Yep. And essentially that's all that you do. Plug this, and you're good. It's about a 3-foot cord, I want to say. What's next? What's next, Apple? We has a HDMI cord. It's a HDMI cord. What you expect? You expected me to explain that one? Girl, please. And finally, we has our USB power cord. And if you can see it right there, I'm trying to get into focus to just show you that it's very similar to that of the PS3 cords. The only difference is this is closer to about a 5-foot cord in comparison to the standard 3-foot cords that were included with the PS3. While I wouldn't suggest powering it with the PS3 cord, just in case different voltaging and all this other stuff, just something to note. So before we end this video, I thought I would just show you a little bit of footage from the actual Elgato. I don't have my old capture card to actually compare this with anymore, but this would probably be a good comparison for anybody that's just starting out, has a PlayStation 4 and streaming off that, or Xbox One, whichever device you're using currently, to probably compare it. Now, what I'm using right here is actually OBS as my software, and then I'm using the Elgato HD capture as the hardware for this. And I know you're probably like, well, what about the software that comes with the Elgato? Well, that is good if you're just starting out with the Elgato and you want to get the hang of it, but I prefer to use OBS in this situation because it gives me a little bit more flexibility when I'm doing stuff like streaming, which is where I'm pulling this footage directly from. And yeah. Now, with the Resident Evil footage, I will say it was a little dark because I didn't turn up the brightness of the game, so I did put in some Battleborn footage just to sit up here and give you a comparison of how it does with darker games like Resident Evil versus lighter, more colorful games like Battleborn. So there's something where you might want to fine-tune some of the settings for color as far as that goes. But everything else seems pretty nice, and it's running smooth for the most part. There was one part where it kind of froze up for a second. I can't remember if that was due to the character that I was playing against, or if that was due to something during the stream. It could have been any number of reasons, but for the most part, it ran pretty smooth all the way through. If you do have a current setup, please let me know down below what you got. I'm just kind of curious, and as somebody who's coming over to the Elgato, I want to know about other people's experience. And yeah. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it over to future AJ. You know, he's at the end of the box. He's the guy that edits this. Hi, future AJ. Future AppleJackz! And we are back at the end of the box where we just sat up here and finished this super duper amazing video. So thank you all for watching this video so much. Big thumbs up to everybody that watched this video, and super duper big thumbs up to everybody that watched this video all the way through. I know you're probably looking like, Apple, where's the video? And I'm looking at you like, well, see, I'm filming this a little bit later than I actually filmed the video itself, and it's super hot today, so sorry about that. But if you enjoyed this video, sit up here and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Leave a comment below to tell me what you thought about it. As usual, my social medias are in the description. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you all. Munch, munch, munch. Peace out. And that's a wrap.